Live from Florida Ballpark in Gainesville, it's Game 5 of the young season tonight, a midweek matchup between the Florida Gators and the North Florida Ospreys. Hi again, everybody, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mick Hubert, along with Nick Belmonte. Mick and Nick at night here at the ballpark, in a beautiful night for baseball indeed. Nick, the Gators are back home, and they're back on the winning track.
Absolutely. Now, let's go back to the Liberty series. They lose 2 out of 3 to Liberty. Kevin O'Sullivan says, wait a minute, I don't like the energy I saw. So what's he do? He sits the team down, and he shows them videos of the College World Series team, and you see Brady Singer. You see guys like they're going out there and getting the things done, showing emotion. So he says, okay, that's what we got to do, play with fire, and that's what they did last night.
And so the Gators and the Ospreys tonight here at the Florida Ballpark. And for the Gators, they've got the Brandon Sproat, the big right-hander on the mound, 6'3" sophomore. And the game gets underway with a hit by pitch as Aiden Sweat is now at first base. And the left fielder now, a familiar face to the Gators. Here's Brock Edge.
Yeah, Brock Edge, former Gator, now over at North Florida. Off to a really good start.
Edge hitting .333, no homers, 3 runs batted in. He played in 10 games with the Gators last year and had just 4 at-bats, going 0 for 4. In 2020, in that abbreviated season, he got in 11 games, went 2 for 6, hit .333. Fouled out a play to the left.
Well, it's going to be interesting for Sproat. Here's a guy that's trying to make his name to be in the starting rotation. It went to Timmy Manning opening weekend, but you never know. Sproat was a guy in the fall, based on what he did for Team USA in the summer, which he dominated. They thought he would be entrenched in the rotation. Really basically beat out in preseason by Manning. So he's trying to make sure he throws good and catches Sully's eye here.
And the full count pitch right through there, but fouled back. Edge from Lake City, of course, the son of the former Gator punter, Shane Edge. Outstanding punter for Steve Spurrier's Gators back in the 90s. Again, he fouls it back.
Sweat the runner at first base with nobody out, 3-2 pitch. Tim Perrington, the coach for the Ospreys, decides not to start his runner.
The Ospreys come into the game with a record of 1-3 tonight. The Gators are 2-2. Another full count pitch and another foul ball.
That's a great at bat. He's already won the at bat. All these foul balls get that pitch count up at 9 already. And you got to figure Sproat tonight somewhere around, I would think, 70 pitches would be the limit for him.
There goes the runner. The pitch flied to left, curving toward the line. Wyatt Langford in fair territory for the first out of the ball game.
Well, it's one of those where both sides win. The Gators get the out, but the Ospreys hitter Edge gets that pitch count up, and Sproat out of pace for it, a big 6'3", 210 sophomore. Electric fastball. I mean, he touched 100 miles an hour last year at the SEC tournament, but Sully says he really needs to move the ball around. He almost throws too many strikes.
That brings up Abraham Segarra, third baseman. Born in Caracas, Venezuela, you see. Hitting .222. But he's hitless in his last 9 at-bats.
There's that 97 right there. I'm sure he's going to hit triple digits before this season's over. Heck, maybe before tonight's over.
Throw back to first. Sweat back in safely. A lovely 77-degree night here in North Central Florida. The 1-2 pitch. Got him chasing one up and away. So 2 out.
Yeah, when you're scuffling, you're going to go ahead and chase those 2-strike pitches up and away because out of the hand, it looks like, oh, that's hittable. And you see the shoulder and the head pull off that pitch. Watch everything go.
So 2 away with the runner still at first base. And now here's the second baseman, Isaiah Byers, hitting .350. Has got a hit in all 4 of the games so far for the Ospreys. 7 for 20 on the season.
Tim Perrinan says this kid could do it all. Run, hit, and throw.
He was 1 for 4 with the triple last night against UCF. The Ospreys were beaten 3-2 by the Knights in Jacksonville last night. The Gators got back on the winning track in DeLand last night as Florida beat Stetson 8-1. Oh, 2 on Byers. And he got him chasing a ball down and away. So a good bounce back from Sproat, who hit the first batter and then got the next 3, 2 via strikeout. North Florida nothing, and the Gators are. There's the skipper, Kevin O'Sullivan, 15th year in the Gator dugout, and here's how he wrote the lineup card tonight. Colby Halter leads off, followed by the center fielder Jett Fabian. Sterling Thompson playing at second base tonight, hitting third. Wyatt Langford, the cleanup hitter. BT Ryopel behind the plate bats 5th. Last night's hitting hero Tucker Talbot in right field hitting 6th. The lower third, Chris Armstrong, Kendrick Kalalau, and Derek Fabian. On the mound for the Ospreys, 6'8" Darren Kilfoyle.
And making his first appearance of the year. This is a guy that pitched a lot in his career in relief, but he's going to get the start here on the midweek. He's been hurt. He's had some back issues, but the fastball 88 to 90 miles an hour, curve change out of St. John's River State College. And it's one of these deals where talked to Tim Perrinan. He said he may go a couple innings. We'll just ride him and see how he does.
There's a look at Colby Halter leading off for the Gators here in the home first inning. Halter has a hit in all 4 of Gators games this year and hitting .278 with 1 run batted in. Kilfoyle from the stretch. Halter 2 for 5 last night at Stetson. The Gators pounded out a season high 14 hits in the game. Had 4 doubles and a home run. So it was nice for them to get the bats going. The Gators hit just 186 in the weekend series against the Liberty Flames.
Part of the reason is they have an outstanding pitching staff.
Now back to the screen.
Sometimes you got to give credit to the other team. Liberty kept rolling out guys. They had a freshman come out and throwing 97 from the left side. He was only advertised as throwing 92, 93.
Gators continuing their tour of Atlantic Sun Conference opponents this week. Liberty picked, of course, to win the A-Sun Conference as it did a year ago. The Ospreys tabbed to finish 6th in the preseason. Liberty picked to win it, then Florida Gulf Coast picked 2nd. Stetson picked 3rd. UNF at 6th. JU is 7th. Here's Tim Perrinan, former Gator assistant under Pat McMahon. Right off the fist, fouled back.
And as a leadoff guy, that's what you have to do. Start working the count. Halter at the leadoff spot. .316 on base percentage. You look at TP. Also did some minor league hitting instruction with the Yankees.
That pitch slapped to left field. Brock Edge going over and will make the grab right at the edge of the warning track.
Well, worked the count, got a pitch, hit it well. Edge was able to come up with it.
There's Judd Fabian scuffling early, hitting 154. No homers, 2 RBI. Just a little high.
And just so much talent with Judd Fabian. The expectations is one of the things that, as a young hitter, you just got to try to deal with. Easier said than done.
Skied straight upward. Left side of the infield. Shortstop Aiden Sweat one-hands it, backpedaling on the grass. You can catch some of them that way, but you can't catch all of them that way.
Well, especially on a night like tonight where there's no wind to deal with. That'll be a lot easier on a windy day. I would advise that.
Listed at about 3 miles an hour blowing out toward left slightly, as you see, on just a glorious night here at Florida Ballpark. Now the Gators' second baseman for the first time in his career, Sterling Thompson.
Not only that, one of the better hitters in all of college baseball.
During the fall, Josh Rivera was hurt a lot, and Colby Halter played some short, and they worked on Thompson playing at second base, and he's getting that opportunity tonight as he grounds out 4-3 on your scorecard. 3 up, 3 down for the Gators. That's the end of the opening inning, and there still is no score. Mick and Nick back with you here at the ballpark. We go to the top half of the second inning. No score between the Gators and the Ospreys. And for UNF, it'll be the right fielder Cade Westbrook to lead it off against the Gator right-hander Brandon Sproat. Westbrook goes after the first pitch and has a little flare falling into left field for a base hit. He turns the bag at first and stumbles. No harm done as he's back to first base.
Second inning in a row, the Ospreys get the leadoff man on. Oh. Who put that there?
So now here's Blake Pound. Pound is hitting .429 in this early season. He's 2 for 3 against Presbyterian on Sunday, and then went 1 for 4 last night against UCF.
And Coach Perrin loves the way this kid swings the bat.
He's proven that. You might say, pound for pound. It's pretty good. That's a nice pitch there.
Yeah, we talk about Sproat. I mean, electric stuff. 85-mile-an-hour slider right there.
And that's it. See you later. The third consecutive Osprey to strike out.
And just carved him up right there with sliders. You show him the fastball and then start working the off speed. That's old school pitching right there, Mick.
Yeah.
You know, go off speed when you're ahead in the count.
So he got Edge to fly out to Thompson in left for the first out, and the next 3 consecutive outs have been via the strikeout. And that brings up the first baseman, Grant Grodi. Ocala product, hitting .214, 2 RBI. That ball is lined to left, but will hang up in time for Langford to run there. And 2 away.
Yeah, and that's what Tim Perrin is expecting more out of him. He said he's not a .214 hitter. This kid can hit. Saw it right there.
Now the Osprey center fielder, Tyler Gertison, freshman, hitting .222, did not play in last night's game. Played in the season opener, or did not play in the season opener, I should say, but then played Saturday and Sunday against Presbyterian, went 2 for 9. There goes the runner. Here's the throw, and they've got him on a beautiful throw by Ryopel. Westbrook is gunned down trying to steal second base. So 2 innings in a row. UNF gets the leadoff runner aboard, but they failed to score. After an inning and a half, it remains 0-0. Bottom half of the second inning, still no score. Here's the last play.
Yeah, BT Ryopel right on the money. Just over 2 seconds on the delivery time. BT for big throw.
There's a nice breaking ball at 80 miles an hour. Strike one to Wyatt Langford, who leads off the Gators' second inning. Langford hitting .214. Had a home run here on opening night. His only RBI of the season. Hitless in his last 6 at-bats, including 0 for 3 last night at Stetson. The Gators come into this game averaging 5.5 runs a game, and with just a .234 team batting average.
Langford looking for a slider there. That's why he laid off it. Recognized it early that it was going to be out of the zone.
Yeah, one of the keys for the Gators tonight, as it was last night, is to put more balls in play. They've struck out an average of almost 10 times a game. 39 strikeouts in the first 4 games.
And you think ahead of the series down the road, University of Miami on the road, then your SEC schedule. You've got to cut down on the strikeouts to be competitive in those kind of series.
The 3-2 pitch. Just missing away. So the Gators have their first base runner as Langford draws a walk to lead off the second. That'll bring up the Gators catcher BT Ryopel. Ryopel off to a hot start with 2 hits and 5 at-bats this year. Got that in the 2 games he played against Liberty. Did not play last night. That one skips away from Dallin Leach, and Langford takes second.
Wow, pitch I would assume as it hit the ground first. Now Ryopel's job is to get him over to third with less than 2 outs. Anything better than that is gravy. Ryopel transferred from Coastal Carolina, very good program, Gary Gilmore. Not too long ago, they won the College World Series over there. Kevin O'Sullivan says this guy right here, I mean, just adds maturity to that position, which is something you need. Let's see if he makes the adjustment. Same pitch, off speed, tailing away. Let's see if he starts looking away here. Obviously, ideally, you'd like to pull the ball, but with 2 strikes, you just got to put it in play, take your chances.
Ryopel was second team in the Sun Belt Conference last year. The pitch was up and he turned on it, but drives it foul.
You're not afraid to show off that arm. We saw a back pick attempt back in the first inning that was close.
Yeah, he hit 8 home runs last year with 27 RBI. He had 50 hits, batted .270. Started 47 games for Coastal Carolina. Again, foul back and out of play. Gators winning 8-1 last night at Stetson. Some early action tonight down in the UNF bullpen. Clayton Borowski, a right-hander, loosening up.
And Borowski's this guy who's scheduled to be in this ball game. Tim Parrington may piece this thing together with 4 pitchers and go from there.
There's a look at Borowski. 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Ryopel with Langford at second base. I'll get the runner to third. Nicely done.
That's outstanding. With 2 strikes to do that, he ought to get the glad hand from every one of his teammates. That's how you win ball games right there. Outstanding job. That's a veteran, especially when they're pitching you away. I tell you, no one appreciates that more than his head coach.
Now here's the Gator right fielder tonight, Tucker Talbot, and he had a night in DeLand. It was a delightful night in DeLand 24 hours ago.
Yeah, redshirt freshman from Atlantic Beach. First 4 times up as a Gator, base hits. One of those a double.
Knocked in a pair.
What a great start to a career.
That should get a run in, and a ground ball to Sweat it short. And so another RBI, the third for Talbot, and the Gators lead it 1-0.
And what made that possible? Ryopel's ground out to get him the third with less than 2 outs, where a routine ground ball gets you a ribby and a Gator lead. And Sully's gone, yeah, that's the old school way right there. We need more of that.
Pitch fouled out of play.
All done without a base hit.
The Gators have scored first in 4 of the 5 games they've played now this year.
Yeah, had to lead 3-0 in the Sunday game.
That's not likely to happen often, because if it does, not going to be a great season. This team is not going to give up too many 3-0 leads.
It was a crazy stat that we heard over the weekend. And it was Liberty was something like 86-1 when they had the lead in their last 87 games after 6 innings.
So nobody on base now with 2 out, and the Gators with the 1-0 lead. Right off the end of the bat.
You have to have some really good back end pitching to have that kind of number. You mean to tell me in 87 games, the back end of the bullpen didn't mess up once? It's pretty darn impressive.
Armstrong getting just 0-59 off to a slow start as he grounds out to second. So a leadoff walk and then 3 ground balls, but the Gators get the run. And after 2 innings tonight here at Florida Ballpark, it's the Gators 1 and the Ospreys 0. We move to the top of the 3rd. The Gators have a run. The Ospreys have a hit. The center fielder, Tyler Gertison, goes after the first pitch and grounds out to Sterling Thompson. Gertison was at bat last inning when Westbrook was thrown out trying to steal second, and he quickly goes after the first pitch and becomes a quick out.
And we got to see Sterling Thompson, a little glove work at second.
Here's the UNF catcher, Dallin Leach.
How about that, Mick? Little two-seam or fastball, 96. Pretty impressive.
Leach hitting .375. 2 for 2 with a double and a walk last night in the game against UCF.
Those are two outstanding back-to-back pitches. Two-seam 96 and drops in a slider. Then comes back with 97. That's a good job just getting a piece of that.
He's only got to a 3-ball count on just the one hitter. He's been pitching in front. In the first inning tonight, Sprout threw 17 pitches, struck out a pair. Then threw just 10 pitches in the second inning, despite giving a leadoff single. And there's strike 3 called for the 4th strikeout tonight for Brandon Sproat.
And that was a pitch on Sunday that was not called all day. And mind you, consistently not called all day. But the low strike. Slider. Right at the knees. Let's just say the bottom of the patella.
You have got to call that pitch a strike every day of the week. Thompson, backhand. Look at me. 1, 2, 3. After 2.5 innings, Gators lead it 1-0. Oh, what a night to sit on the berm down the left field line here at Florida Ballpark. Yeah, that's a pretty nice thing to do right now. Be it left field line, right field line. Take your pick. You're at the beautiful Florida Ballpark.
Stretch out on the beautiful Bermuda. Very nice.
Bottom half of the 3rd inning. The Gators with a 1-0 lead, scoring last inning without the benefit of a base hit. You got a leadoff walk, a wild pitch, a couple of ground outs. There you go, 1-0. Here's Kendrick Callilao. Goes after the first pitch, and Callilao connects on this one, and back and off the glove of Brock Edge. Callilao will walk into second base with a stand-up double.
Boy, he needed that. He hit that on the screws, and yeah, has a frustrating weekend. Seemed like he was fooled a lot, but boy, he attacks here. Gets a pitch right down the middle. And for a second, I thought I was going to leave the yard. Then it got a little too much topspin. And almost a great catch by Edge.
So Callilao snapping that 0 for 11 slide to start the year. A leadoff 2-base hit. And now here's the third baseman, Derek Fabian.
Edge got a little lost in where he was, and that's where he lost his concentration. Good effort, though. All right, same thing here. There's an inning to go. Get him over to third base with less than 2 outs. And that's a bunt for a base hit would do it. Even if he throws you out, you get the job done. Or just go right side.
Yeah, the key here, Nick, as you know, is not to try and pull an outside pitch and roll it over. I mean, you just push it to the right side if he's throwing you out there.
Or you could lay a bunt down for a base hit to the third baseman. He's got to come in and get it. That leaves third base wide open. So a lot of ways to do it. And now he'd probably get a base hit if he laid a bunt down because he's already 3 steps behind the bag.
And the second baseman, Byers, is cheating to the bag. Now, he does move over to his normal position a little bit, but even a hard bunt on the right side could get past the mound. And there's the bunt, and this is going to get it done. And he made it a close play. That was a hustling Derek Fabian picking him up and getting him down that line and sending Callilao over to third base.
Yeah, this is all good stuff. This is just get it down. You're trying to sacrifice. And he keeps his bat angle down, catches it with the barrel of the bat, sees it all the way, doesn't try to run. And that's the beauty of it. The young players watching this, don't try to run the first until you get the bunt down, especially at a sacrifice. Your coach is saying, I want you to make it out. Get it? I don't want you to bunt for bait. I want you to make it out But the result is, and the risk is, we get the runner over to third base with less than 2 outs.
So here's Colby Halter, leadoff man, looking at ball one. Halter was a flyout victim in the first inning to the left fielder edge.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Downland Leach. A nice play on that bunt, too, because it was almost in no man's land, and that could have gone wrong 100 different ways.
Yeah, and if he's not as quick to that ball as he was, Fabian's going to beat it out. That's going to get a run in. Gertison going back, and it's going to get 2 runs in. Oh, my. That ball just kept carrying, and Halter hit it out of the ballpark.
We saw Colby Halter last year, and we knew that this kid could hit. And the formula, get it in the air, get the sacrifice fly. He did even more than that. He just powers it out of the yard. Stays on it, the head and the shoulder right on that pitch all the way. And that's the 3rd off the batter's eye already this season for Gator hitters. 2 for Thompson on opening night, and now Halter here in Game 5 of the season.
And that'll be it for the starter, Darren Kilfoyle, as Tim Parrington makes a trip out to the mound. New pitcher coming in for UNF. We'll tell you all about him right after this. There's a look at the new pitcher for the Ospreys. Right-hander Clayton Borowski coming in.
Yeah, college debut for the 6-foot, 180-pound freshman out of St. Cloud, Florida. Fastball 86 to 88, but his pitch is that 12-6 curveball that he possesses.
There's the line on Darren Kilfoyle tonight in 2 1/3 innings. Allowed just 2 hits, but 3 runs, made 37 pitches. As Judd Fabian steps in and has strike 1. Fabian popped out to the shortstop, Aiden Sweat, in the first inning. The home run from Halter was the 4th of his career. The Gators have hit 6 home runs now in this young season.
So he tries to bury that 12-6 breaking ball here. He tried, and that one was sneaking back in. You see the line on Kilfoyle. You know, it's 6'8". He's not even, he's the tallest in his family. He's got a brother that plays football at USF. That's offensive lineman. Brother Drew. He's only 6'5", 305, though.
Yeah, as big as Darren is, he plays the offensive line. The whole line. So 2 away.
That was a good breaking ball by Borowski, and that's his signature pitch. Did he go? Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you get that 12-6 breaking ball, it's one that a lot of hitters don't see much of anymore. It's almost a slider-dominated world that we're in. And curveballs nowadays are more like slurves. They're half curve, half slider. But that 12-6 is something that you rarely see, and that's why it's effective. The kid Hilliard at LSU that was there, and I don't know if he's still back there, but he possessed one of the best 12-6s you'll ever see. It was Dwight Gooden-like. Just falls off the table.
Yeah, he was a good one, all right. That was a big-time breaking ball.
And that's back in those days when hitters saw that a little more. Nowadays, especially at the college level, not as much. So if you possess a good one, it'll work, especially where a lot of these swings that you see in the modern game that are launch angle swings. A 12-6 breaking ball is going to be hard to get on top of.
2 balls and a strike on Thompson. And smash foul down the right side.
Thompson's such a good hitter. You pitch him inside, he'll pull it. Pitch him away, he'll go with it. Down the middle, he'll gap you. Guys like that their swing stay through the zone as long as his does, they don't get in prolonged slumps.
You know, still thinking of those breaking balls. One of the best I ever saw here at Florida was Rob Bonanno.
Oh, yeah.
Remember him from the early 90s?
Without a doubt it was, yes.
Great breaking ball. Now 30 years ago.
Wow. Yeah, Rob Bonanno was just an amazing pitcher here. And like you said, it's just known for the breaking ball, and it's unhittable.
So Thompson, after driving a couple of balls foul, hit them well, puts one in play, and gets a nice base hit to keep the inning alive.
Yeah, his spray chart's amazing. If you try to shift on Thompson, he'll burn you every time.
Wyatt Langford walked and scored the first run for the Gators when he led off in the second inning. On the corner at 88 for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll be fastball-wise. That's the key to pitching right there. Get ahead and then have him chase your good breaking ball.
Langford hitting .214 for the season. So in the lineup for the Gators, Langford, who played sparingly last year, and Tucker Talbot, who didn't appear in any games in 2020 nor 21. High fly ball. Cade Westbrook is there, and the inning is over. But the Gators have done damage. Started with a leadoff double off the bat of Kendrick Callanow, and he rode home as Colby Halter hammered this one over the batter's eye. And it's 3-0 Gators. The Gators have 3 runs on 3 hits tonight, and UNF no runs and 1 hit. There's a look at the summary. Base hit for Westbrook for the Ospreys. Then the 2-run home run you witnessed a moment ago by Halter. And right now, Brandon Sproat is moving right along.
Yeah, another opportunity for a shutdown inning. Got one last inning after the Gators put up a run in the bottom of the second, shut down the Ospreys in the top of the third.
Look out as Brock Edge dances away. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 batters in the lineup for UNF here in the 4th. Edge flied out in foul territory. Left field to Wyatt Langford. Before playing with the Gators, he was across town at Santa Fe College for 2 years. 2 very fine seasons for the Saints. He hit .409 in 2018 with 10 home runs, 43 RBI, and then 2019 hit .314. 4 more home runs.
He just threw him 2 off-speed pitches, Mick. He comes back in one of those 97s. I don't know how he's going to be able to catch up with it. 3 off-speed in a row.
Yep, you called it at 96. See you later.
I mean, it's not fair. 80, 81, 82 in the off-speed, and now, okay, here's 96. Go get it. Of course you're going to be behind after lulling to sleep with 3 off-speeds prior to that pitch.
Grounded out to Sterling Thompson, and quickly 2 gone. You're in the 4th.
This is really good to see. And let me tell you how important this outing for Sproat. Sproat, the way he was in Team USA this summer, came into the preseason thinking, okay, he's going to be one of our guys. And if he becomes one of these dominant starters, it changes everything in the dynamic of the Gator pitching staff, because now you can go with a guy like, you know, Barco Sproat, and I'm not taking away anything from Tim Manning. He's still going to factor in, of course. But if it's a long season, if you can count on 4 starters, because Coppola looked great on Saturday, so he looked like the real deal. And you have Nick Pogue, who should be ready to go early in sometime in March.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Nesbitt in the bullpen will be ready about the same time.
It's like Sully said, you know, really, this is the spring training
Absolutely.
that we're having right now.
Absolutely.
And a lot of things are getting pieced together here right
Yeah.
now. And time is on their side for some of these guys coming back.
And this will be an interesting weekend. Georgia State coming in to try to get some of these pitchers locked in, and the hitters as well. And next week, you got the midweek here, and then down to Coral Gables, where now we're, you know, on a hostile road trip in a great rivalry. I played in that rivalry, and going down there to play in Coral Gables is so much fun.
Hit down the right side. Long run. And just couldn't quite catch up to it. Talbot, Thompson, and Kalalau giving chase. That's a different angle for Thompson to go get foul balls and right.
That's right. He's not used to running on that angle that far. He'd be out in the streets. He had to go that far from right field.
Still 2 balls, 2 strikes to Isaiah Byers. And grounded foul again. The 8th pitch of the at-bat.
.96 with run on it. See, and that's the other thing. You get movement with the 96. He's got the 4-seamer that he could come close to 100 miles an hour with.
Another 2-2 pitch and a rising fastball. 1-2-3. 8 in a row. Retired by Sproat as the Gators lead it 3-0. 3-0 lead for the Gators here in the bottom of the 4th. As Brandon Sprout has struck out 6 Osprey hitters. Allowed just 1 hit. And so for Florida here in the 4th, it'll be B.T. Riopel, followed by Tucker Talbot, and then Chris Armstrong. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters against Clayton Borowski.
I figured out a way this offseason. I was thinking, how could we get more hitters to move runners along? And just become a mindset. And I think I figured it out.
I think so. I think it has something to do with the name, image, and likeness because everything revolves around that.
No, I just thought
that wasn't it.
No, the big league level. Boy, if they ever changed the stats that if you moved a runner along and you didn't get a count in AB, my goodness, everyone would try. It wouldn't hurt the game. It would just change the stats. But everyone would be trying to move runners along and get them in, because their batting averages would all go up.
That's right. Yeah.
That would work, and then you would see the entire game change of people, players trying to get runners over with less than 2 outs, and all that. I'll make a call tomorrow in New York and see if I can get that done.
Yeah, and
I guess that's.
And I think that they ought to put in a rule too along those same lines that there's a ball scorched center field, way back, off the wall. Riopel makes a big turn. He's coming for 3. And the throw and the tag, and he's out. Trying to stretch a leadoff double into a triple.
I like the hustle. Obviously, you got to make sure you're making three with nobody out. Boy, he scorches this thing. This guy's going to add some offense. And I'm sure Sully's really happy that he's down here in Gainesville. Hits off the wall in a long way to run. The left fielder, Edge, has to come all the way over to get it. I want to say somewhere a little bit before or after second base is when Raipel had to restart himself and decided to go to third. Once you have to restart yourself or put an extra effort into another gear, especially with nobody out, just put the brakes on.
1 ball, no strikes on Tucker Talbot.
In the mindset of a lot of hitters, they hit a ball like that, they're not thinking 3 out of the box. They're thinking 2. So you're not necessarily thinking, okay, I'm running full tilt for 3 right out of the box. And that's, I don't believe, is what happened there. I tell you, the happiest guy in the ballpark I saw was Borowski. Boy, he was threw his hands in the air with a fist when he put that tag down.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Talbot grounded out to the shortstop, Sweat.
Watch that curve in the dirt here.
Reached out, poked it off the pitcher. And Tucker out at first base.
That'll be a base hit. Made the pitch. Hit him right in the glove, too. And they always give the pitcher the benefit of the doubt for that reason, that they're falling over from their motion and they're not set. So anytime you hit a ball back towards the pitcher, if he scuffles it, unless it's just really obvious back to him, the hitter will always get the benefit of the doubt there.
So runner at first base. Chris Armstrong now. Armstrong 0 for 1 with a ground out to the second baseman, Byers.
If he hangs him something, Armstrong will hit it over the scoreboard area. There's Austin Langworthy. Had a great career at Florida. The hero of the Auburn game. In the Super Regional. A walk-off at McKeithen.
A ball into strike. You know, before Raipel hit that ball, I was about to say, you know, they should make a rule now that every player should wear pearls when they come to bat. Because I saw that last year in the big leagues. They were wearing pearls.
Oh, Chuck Peterson.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought that's it. That's the new thing. Got to get pearls. You watch. If they ever end that strike thing, they'll be wearing pearls in the spring.
Well, if people are old enough to remember this, back in the 70s, ball players were wearing love beads, and they were wearing love beads in their team colors.
I guess I'm too young. I don't remember that.
Oh, come on.
I don't remember.
Love beads, yeah. Ball players were wearing them.
Must have just been in San Francisco and Oakland.
It's down in Miami, Florida. I'll tell you that much. Where I grew up.
Ground ball out to second. Byers whips it to Sweat. And back to first to Grodi. And they've turned the 4-6-3 double play. Gators get a double and a single and fail to score. And we go to the 5th inning tonight here at the beautiful Florida ballpark, with the Gators leading it 3-0. Brandon Sprout in complete command tonight. As the Gators starting pitcher, he's got all assortment of pitches working.
Well, he's got the fastball, the slider, got the change. And when he mixes all three on a hitter, you got no chance, especially when he gets ahead.
And he's authored 6 strikeouts.
This is exactly what Sully envisioned. Outings like this for Sproat, and this is, again, like I said, this is a big game changer when it comes to what he can add to that rotation. I mean, the stuff he's got tonight, he could win in the SEC season with this stuff tonight.
Yeah, this is a treat on a Wednesday night. Cade Westbrook leads off the Osprey 5th inning. Had a base hit in his first at bat.
Yeah, in the first 4 innings, only 50 pitches, 34 for strikes for Sproat.
Slap down the left field line. That's in there. Backhanded by Langford. Nice play to hold Westbrook to a single.
It really was. That ball was slicing away. You got to remember, an oppo hit down the line is going to move over away from the left fielder if he has to chase it down. The spin is going to take it towards the line, so you really got to get over there. Stop, plant, got his throw over the top. Nicely done. He didn't have time to round that one off because it was slicing away.
Sproat had retired 8 straight hitters before the Westbrook base hit, and it's the 3rd inning in 5 that the Ospreys have had their leadoff man aboard. And this one's back up the middle for a base hit for Pound. So the Ospreys will bring the tying run to the plate.
And that was not a bad pitch. He enticed the ground ball right there. Just well placed up the middle. Working its way back. That's what Sully was saying. Sometimes he may throw too many strikes. Volunteer assistant coach David Kopp out to talk to Sproat. And you're going to see that this year. You're going to see Sully relinquish some of his visits to David Kopp. He said he brings a different element, younger guy, relates in certain ways that he can't. He said he loves that connection with Chuck Giralman and David Kopp on the staff. Of course, add Austin Langworthy as well.
Gators have action in the bullpen with a pair of guys. Blake Purnell, a right-hander. Philip Abner, a left-hander. And this one's off the glove and deflected into no man's land. And the Ospreys have the bases loaded.
And that's a bad luck play because that one looked like it was destined to be a double play. But as a pitcher, it's instincts. This is probably going to go and be an easy 4-6-3 double play. Right where that was headed.
So now here's Tyler Gertison. The Ospreys with the bases loaded and no one out. Gertison went after the first pitch he saw in the 3rd inning and grounded out to the second baseman Thompson. Gator infield at double play depth right here. Inside out swing. It's 0-2.
I know it's bases loaded, nobody out, but Kevin O'Sullivan, I'm sure he's saying, hey, look, I need to see this. I need to see if Sproat's our guy that can battle out of a jam like this.
That's a pretty good start. Strikeout number 7 for Sproat.
See a little intensity in the face right there. Like I said, it's been a bad luck inning, really. I mean, the balls have been hit hard. Don't give the Ospreys. Don't take away the fact that they've hit the ball hard. But like I said, that one off his glove looked like it was going to be a double play.
Here's the catcher, Dallin Leach. Took a called third strike in the third inning. Leach from Tallahassee, played 2 years at Gulf Coast State College. Was named the state JUCO Defensive Player of the Year last season.
And if Sproat gets out of this, especially if he gets out of this unscathed, cue the shot of the emotion coming off the mound, because you're going to see it, especially after the video he saw earlier in the week.
Foul back, 0-2.
Kevin O'Sullivan showed him a video of Hudson Randall, Brady Singer coming off the mound. Fist pump, College World Series stuff. He said, hey, guys, this is what we need here. This is what we do at Florida.
I don't know if anybody displayed more emotion than Brady Singer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's 2 out. Strikeout number 8.
Just the bottom falls out of this slider. And a nice stop by Raya Pell, keeping that ball right there.
So now here's the leadoff hitter, Aiden Sweat, hit by pitch to start the game, and then grounded out second to first in the third inning. Sweat hitting .222 for the year.
Just missed, good take.
Sweat was unanimous selection last year for the all-freshman team in the ASUN Conference. And 3-0. He is making Sproat throw strikes right here because he's not biting. Three balls, no strikes. Bases loaded. 2 out. And a 4-pitch walk forces home a run.
They were all around the plate. They weren't easy takes, but just missed.
That'll bring up Brock Edge.
We know Brock Edge would like to get a base hit here, knock some runs. I don't know any player that would like to come back and beat his former team.
Edge 0 for 2, fouled out to left and struck out swinging.
Appel does a solid job keeping these balls in front. Those are run savers right there.
One ball, one strike on Edge. The pitch by Sproat, fouled back to the screen.
This would still be pretty impressive if he can get it out here for Sproat.
Pond at third, Grodi at second, Sweat at first, and a foul ball. The Ospreys dropped 2 of 3 in the weekend series against Presbyterian. Got beat 8-7 Friday night in the opener. Then won Saturday 8-5. Dropped the rubber game Sunday 5-3.
No, Kelvin O'Sullivan, I'm sure, would probably like to get somewhere around that 70 pitch mark. And that's where he is. He close it out right here, just under 75.
Thompson at second. Inning is over. First 3 Ospreys got base hits, but they scored just the 1 run. And we're halfway through on this Wednesday night. It's the Gators 3 and the Ospreys 1. Bottom half of the 5th inning. The Ospreys getting on the board, but Nick, it could have been a whole lot worse. As the Gators maintain the lead, 3-1.
Yeah, bases loaded, nobody out. Sproat strikes out 2, walks a guy, and then gets the ground out, but maintains the 3-1 lead. And Ryan Jean, the senior, in on for the Ospreys. Number 1 in your Osprey program. You don't see many pitchers wearing number 1. You see he's pitched in this season already, inning and 2/3, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks. ERA reflecting that, 27.01, early still. But his job clearly defined. Keep this a 2-run deficit. See if the Ospreys can mount some kind of offense. They swung the bat pretty well last inning.
So for the Gators here in the bottom of the 5th inning, Kendrick Kalilau, Derek Fabian, and then the top of the order with Colby Halter. Gators with a 2-2 record, and the Ospreys 1-3. Kalilau hit the first pitch deep to left, went off the glove of Edge, and it was a double for Kalilau for his first hit of the season.
He hit it well.
Kalilau hit .274 last year. Smashed to third. Segura across the diamond to Grodi. 1 away. The Ospreys came into this game struggling afield. .958 fielding average. They had made 7 errors in the first 4 games. Now, Derek Fabian. A very nifty sacrifice bunt in the 3rd.
Yeah, they're giving him the bunt all night if he wants it. Third baseman well back at third.
Hit sharply but foul down the left field line. Derek Fabian was ranked the number 7 high school shortstop by Perfect Game. Named Mr. Baseball in Florida last year. Hit .462, 13 home runs. Rolling out to the shortstop, Sweat, and 2 away.
2 nifty plays by the left side of the Osprey defense there. And this is a shutdown opportunity for them. Putting up a run in the top of the inning. Trying to change the momentum of this game.
So back to the leadoff spot in the lineup for the left-hand hitting Gators shortstop tonight, Colby Halter. flied out to left in the first inning. This pitch is lofted foul back of the Ospreys' third base dugout. And then when Halter batted in the third, this is the result.
Yeah, the third home run this season at the Florida ballpark off the batter's eye. Put a charge in that one.
That ball hit pretty well to center field. Will fall in front of Tyler Gerdison. And Halter has his second hit of the game.
Gerdison playing him well back after the home run off the batter's eye. He's like, okay, I know you could hit it over my head, so I'll give you a little room.
It just seems like, Nick, that the percentage of home runs that have hit the batter's eye in the short history of this ballpark is a higher percentage than the batter's eye at the old McKeithen Stadium in center field.
There's no question, yeah. There's no question. Here, you're seeing him hit off there. I remember they had the big gator head. You rarely saw any hit off of there.
Back up the middle, gloved beautifully by Byers, and a force out at second base of Halter. No runs, a hit, a man left. We've completed 5 innings tonight on a beautiful night here in Gainesville. The Gators 3 and UNF 1. Top of the 6th inning. There's some happy Gator fans. Just saw their picture on the scoreboard video screen. I'm sure their phones will be lighting up. And Blake Purnell comes into the game for the Gators here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, Purnell has already had a couple of appearances. You can look at, go right down to the bottom. 4 strikeouts, no walks, no hits. Pitched last night in DeLand against Stetson, pitched against Liberty over the weekend, went an inning and 2/3. A couple of strikeouts there. So, and that's a nice line for Brandon Sproat. And again, this is a guy that could really make the difference in that rotation. 74 pitches, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts, and just surrendered, 4 hits. Pretty impressive stuff.
There's Abraham Segarra. And a different release point you'll see than that from Sprout.
Yeah, and what you're going to see off of Purnell obviously is going to be a completely change of arm slot. The hitters on the opposition are going to have to make that adjustment. I mean, he could get it from down there as high as 91, even 92, but he needs to have his sink. That's going to be the key to his success.
Hit toward left. Wyatt Langford locates on the track, and 1 gone.
You may see Ryan Langford with his hand out every time he gets near that warning track after what happened on Sunday's game. He's laughing. He ran full bore into that fence on Anderson, the left fielder's, the right fielder from Liberty's home run.
Now the second baseman and cleanup hitter, Isaiah Byers. Byers 0 for 2 has struck out twice. Made his season debut last year on March the 12th, and he stayed in the lineup the rest of the way. Here's a look at Langford last weekend.
Now this is full speed. I mean, he's going after it, and then, who put that there? He got up like no big deal and just kept playing.
Knocked down by Purnell. And that's going to be a base hit. But well, he reacted quickly and made a strong throw to first.
Yeah, he got his feet together, and that's what slowed up the play when he made the throw. It's one of those where if you're going to do it, you might as well just pick it up and let it go, because you don't have enough time to get it back in your glove like he did just then. Watch at the end of this play, once he puts it back in his glove when he sets his feet, it was just going to take too long. You just got to get that barehanded and just let it go. You've seen a few of those back to the mound pitchers knocking them down here tonight.
So here's Westbrook. He's had a good night, 2 for 2. And he's hit 2 balls to the opposite side into left field for hits. Westbrook's dad and his brother and 2 uncles all played college baseball. Westbrook spent some time in Gainesville, went to Santa Fe, also played at Jacksonville. He had a base hit against the Gators last year, went 1 for 6 in the 2 meetings. Fly ball into right. Tucker Talbot camping under it. 2 away. Last year the Gators beat UNF 9-6 and 8-3. Florida has beaten them 9 of the last 10 games. And they're 15-5 against the Ospreys under Kevin O'Sullivan. UNF joined the Division I ranks in college athletics back in 2006. There goes the runner. Here's the throw by Ryopel. And it skips into center field. Byers comes over to third.
Yeah, tough chance for Ryopel as the ball bounced to him. Usually when that happens, chances are going to decrease that you're going to make a good throw. And the jump was good. And I like the fact that he doesn't look in. And also the feet first slide allows you to see the play in front of you when it gets by. A lot of times on the head first slide, you get disoriented. You can't pick up the ball and where it goes if it gets away.
That's a throwing error on the catcher, Ryopel. And it is the Gators' first error of the season. The Gators' longest errorless streak last year was 3 games. They went the first 4+ this year without making an error, and it comes on a throwing error. The Gators had a stretch last year in which they made an error in 7 consecutive games. Just an aberration in the Sully era. The Gators finished last in the league in defense.
Well, Purnell and Ficarota now both have 3 appearances in this young season because they are strike throwers. That's what Sully's looking for. Who can I count on coming in the middle of the game, throw strikes, let my defense go to work?
Another 2-2 pitch, pounded into the ground. Thompson ranging over, and good release, got him. Thompson has looked right at home tonight in his debut at second base. No runs, a hit, an error, and a man left. We go to the last half of the 6th inning here at the ballpark. It remains the Gators 3 and the Ospreys 1. Unprecedented success for the Gators under that man, Kevin O'Sullivan. No team has gone to Omaha more than the Gators, dating back to 2008.
I mean, it's unbelievable. 15 years now he's been here. Time flies. But greatest coach in Gator baseball history. Very impressive.
Yeah, College World Series regulars. Spanning a pair of ballparks. Gators played in the final College World Series at Rosenblatt Stadium in 2010, and then opened up 2011 at TD Ameritrade Ballpark in the downtown Omaha area.
There's the preseason All-Americans, the 2 first and a third. And let me tell you something, Thompson turning some heads around the country, his start.
Grounded out to Byers at second. Good stretch by Grodi at first. One gone as Thompson is retired. Here comes Tim Parrington, and he's already made the call to the bullpen. Skipper of the Ospreys. So that's going to be it for Ryan Jean. New pitcher coming in. We'll tell you more about him right after this. One out here in the last of the sixth, and the fourth pitcher of the game for UNF. As you look at Scott Griesemer.
The 6'2", 198-pound freshman making his debut from St. Augustine Ponte Vedra High School. Fastball and a slurve is his two pitches of choice.
And he faces Wyatt Langford, who lofts one to right field. Curving, but it's a fair ball caught by Cade Westbrook just on the fair side of the line and right for out number 2.
Well, it's a good debut.
And one pitch for the out, 2 away. Now BT Ryopel.
Got the freshman mustache going, huh? Look at that. That's like a veteran mustache right there.
Ryopel with a double in the fourth. The Gators have out-hit the Ospreys tonight, 6 hits to 5. Unassisted putout for Grant Grodi to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Retired by a pair of pitchers. And we go to the 7th inning. The Gators leading 3-1. Top of the 7th, and some members of the undefeated Florida softball team coming over. Catch a little baseball action. 12 wins, no losses right now for Tim Walton's group. Winners tonight just across the street. So here in the top of the 7th, it's the bottom of the batting order for UNF.
And how about that? Tim Walton's club not only won tonight, Natalie Lugo, her 3rd career no-hitter tonight versus UNF. Good pitching, but not just the Gator softball team, but both sides here pitch pretty well.
Look out. Grodi hit by pitch to start the 7th inning.
Got him right on the foot. There's such a thing called the back foot slider, but that's not what they mean. Too literal.
Going to see a pinch hitter now. Drew Leinenbach will bat for Tyler Gertison in the 8th spot. That ball is rifled, but foul. Leinenbach was 0 for 7, got hit by a pitch in the Presbyterian series and did not play last night. Grew up in Denellen. Says his favorite player was David Eckstein.
Well, if you're going to pick one, that would be the one to emulate your game after. I couldn't pick a better one.
Yep. Eck played his way into the lineup and played his way into the record book. Left here as the all-time hits leader when he left. That's one away.
A nasty slider, because as a hitter, he's coming, it looks like, from left center field with that arm, and it sweeps across.
Dallin Leach hitting in the 9th spot. Has struck out twice. Looking and swinging. Got just a piece of that breaking ball. Gators continue with activity in the bullpen, nursing a 3-1 lead here in the 7th.
I'm surprised he didn't. The guy from Danella didn't say that Tommy Boss was his favorite player, because Tommy Boss is a pitching coach at UNF.
Yeah,
and he's from Danella.
Rode the same bus over.
Exactly.
1-2. Blake Purnell delivers. This pitch popped up. Could be a play. Foul territory. Kalilau is there. And 2 gone here in the 7th. So now back to the leadoff man, Aiden Sweat. Been on base twice tonight without a hit. Hit by pitch and base on balls. 3rd inning grounded out. Sweat began his career last season with a 10-game hitting streak right out of the gate, and had as much as a 16-game on base streak during last season. Hit .282 last year with 51 hits over 47 games. Here's a throw back to first, and easily returning is Grodi.
Right now, you got to just straight challenge here. Potential tie run at the plate, and we're getting late.
The 3-0 pitch called a strike. The Ospreys came into the game with a .269 team batting average.
And you got to throw the pitch here that you think you feel you could throw a strike with.
And there's on the corners, 3-2.
I'd not be surprised if he came right back. He's got a feel for it. He's getting calls with it. And the hitter now has to expand his zone with 2 strikes.
And he got too much of the plate. Base hit. Grodi will come to the 3rd base bag. And a little 2-out rally here for UNF now.
And he had to throw a strike. He couldn't be too fine, so you tip your cap to him. He worked the count 3-2, made you throw 3 over the plate.
Well, the hits are now even at 6-6, and that will bring out Kevin O'Sullivan to the mound, and Gators will make the call to the bullpen in relief now of Blake Purnell, who came on in the top of the 6th inning. So a new pitcher coming in. We'll tell you more about him right after this. New pitcher coming into the game for the Gators, making his 3rd appearance on the season, Ryan Slater.
And he's going to be an important cog in the 2022 2022 Gators season, because he is going to be inheriting that closer role, and he's getting first shot at it. Talking to Kevin O'Sullivan, he said he's a starter in the closer role. So he can give you that multiple inning close, kind of like Michael Byrne back in the day, the best one, arguably the best reliever ever pitched at Florida. But he'd give you those multiple Goose Gossage type saves, these multiple Sparky Lyle type saves. And Purnell, you know, his third outing, rolling right along, hit that guy in the foot, and still come out of this unscathed if Slater can get the final out here.
Brock Edge, former Gator, batting with runners on the corners and 2 out. He represents the go-ahead run for UNF. Nice stop. The runner will advance to second on a wild pitch.
That brings the potential tie run down to scoring position here with 2 outs. This is a really good jump. Kept it in front, but nice secondary lead by Sweat. Took off as soon as he saw the ball in the dirt. Really nothing Riopelle could do.
Edge 0 for 3 in the game. A fly out, a strikeout, and a ground out. And this ball hit pretty well to right field, but plenty of room for Talbot. Edge just missed on that one, and the Ospreys leave men on base. No runs, a hit, 2 men left. It's time for the 7th inning stretch here at Florida Ballpark tonight, and the Gators leading it 3-1. Bottom half of the 7th inning. We're all stretched out for Tucker Talbot, Chris Armstrong, Kendrick Callalow in the 6, 7, and 8 spots against the Osprey reliever Scott Griesemer. Drew Leinenbach, who came in the game as a pinch hitter, is staying out there. That's him in center field right now here in the last of the 7th inning. Grounded to third, gloved by Abraham Segura, and a good play at first by Grodi. 1 away.
Oh, you love those first basemen. They save you a lot of errors when you can pick it like that.
Now Chris Armstrong looking for his first hit of the game. Nothing for 2. Off to a slow start to the beginning of the year. Just 1 hit. 17 at bats. Gotta feel there's a whole lot of hits in his bat coming. He hit 289 last year. Hit 294 in his first season.
Let's see if Sully gives him the green light here. I don't know why he wouldn't. Try to get him untracked. It's not a pitch he'd want. 3-0.
Armstrong with 10 career home runs. Rolls it over out to the second baseman Byers. 2 away for the Gators rather quickly here in the last of the 7th.
Yeah, you called it, Mick. He did roll over it. Hands got too quick, didn't stay on it. Got the barrel head out in front. And again, it's early in the season. Armstrong is going to be a factor offensively. He's too good a hitter not to be.
Yeah. That's 6 straight Gators who have gone down. And Segura makes it 7 straight Gators have gone down. A quick inning as we move along to the top half of the 8th inning tonight. And the Gators leading it 3-1. Three runs, 6 hits, and an error by the Gators. A run on 6 hits, no errors for the Ospreys as we come now to the top of the 8th inning. And the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Tim Parrington's group batting. Abraham Segura leads it off. He's 0 for 3.
You know, he skipped out of the way, and you're getting late in the ball game. Sometimes you may want to let it hit you, because if he wanted to, he could have let it hit him. Looking for base runners right now. We talked about Slater being a multi-inning closer. Came in quickly, got the out last inning. And if he has a quick inning here, Sully may send him out in the 9th.
Segura 0 for 3. Slow roller out to Thompson, and there's one out. Big man to retire, Segura, because last year against the Gators, he had a home run left-handed and right-handed in the same game. That brings up Isaiah Byers.
And again, in this situation, a home run still, you don't have the lead. Base runners is what they need here. They're down to their last 5 outs.
Byers had an infield base hit off the pitcher's glove in the 6th. The Gators got an excellent start tonight from Brandon Sproat, who in 5 innings struck out 8 hitters, 74 pitch outing. He was followed by Blake Purnell and now Ryan Slater. Two balls, 1 strike. On the outside corner, says home plate umpire Ray Chamberlain. And on the outside corner again, says Ray Chamberlain.
Paints the corner with that slider. The slider that he throws for strikes, and that's the key to his game. Nice job by BT Riopel just bringing that back in. That was about 3 inches outside.
The Gators finally retired Cade Westbrook on a fly ball to right in the 6th. 2 for 3 tonight for the Osprey right fielder. He slaps this one down the left side. That's going to be in there for another base hit. He's going to try for 2. Here comes the throw, and he is going to be safe at second base. Looked like the throw had him beat, but somehow Westbrook got in under the tag. A 2-legged out for a double.
Yeah, what the umpire saw is the hands reached out, got the base while he tagged him in the head. Watch where his hands are and watch where the tag goes. Swim move, nice swim move right there. Now he looks safe. I don't know how I'm going to overturn this. Let's see what this looks like. Watch the swim move where he's going to pull his hand out of the way as he sees the tag coming. Now he's safe. Nice play. That's a great slide. Nice adjustment slide. I mean, with 2 outs down, 2 runs, ill-advised trying to stretch that into a double. But once you committed, the best thing you can do is try to trick slide him there at the end because the throw had him beat. Based on what we see, and I really can't see him overturning it. We had 2 good looks at it. And that's a big run because, again, with 2 outs, it brings the tying run to the plate. Now watch where the left hand is, and then he's going to pull his right arm out of the way to avoid the tag. He beat it. Nice. And the umpire's right there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's right in his wheelhouse. He's looking right at it.
That's Mayu Edwards. right on the call there as a second base umpire.
It's really an easy call for Edwards, and a correct one. I like the adjustment on the slide. He's pulled his arm back to avoid the tag. That's what I'm talking about. See, when you do a head first slide, you see his body jolt, his head jolt like that. That's why a lot of times when you slide in a second on stolen bases, the ball goes in the outfield, you don't pick it up because you see your head is disoriented. Whereas you go in foot first, everything's in front of you. There's ways to do trick slides feet first as well. But this is, watch that head jolt right there. That's good stuff, good slide.
The Ospreys now have out-hit the Gators tonight, 7 hits to 6. So a 2-out double will bring the tying run to the plate for UNF.
There's no way you can overturn that. It was a great slide.
Right now approaching 2 minutes on the video review.
And DB's going, no, don't go to second. Don't go to second. Nice slide. There you go. It's like the three-point shot where you go, no, great shot, yes. Because that would have been a long walk to the dugout, trying to stretch that to 2, down 2 runs in the 8th.
So here's Blake Pound, the designated hitter. Pound's dad played in the Cardinals organization, reached the AAA level. Right in there for a called strike.
That's that slider that he throws at will for strikes. There's in the background, there's Tommy Boss, ex-Gator pitcher. Now the pitching coach at UNF. Tommy Boss, remember he was part of the Pat McMahon era.
Didn't he pitch a great shutout in Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
In the regional against UCLA, I think it was.
Went on to pitch for Hal Lanier for the Joliet Jackhammers in the Frontier League.
The 2-1 pitch. Strike 2 called.
Actually, I think it was the Northern League back at
So
the day.
Ryan Slater 1 pitch away. And there it is. No runs ahead, a double, a man left. And after 7.5 at the ballpark, the Gators nursing a 3-1 lead. Gators with a 3-1 lead, despite being out hit tonight 7-6. Hoping to add a couple of insurance runs here in the last of the 8th, and if they do so, they'll have to start it against a new pitcher, Matthew Tadlock.
Yeah, out of Bushnell, Florida, 5'11", 154-pound junior, making his second appearance of the year. 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit. 86-88 on the fastball, but a plus changeup possessed by Mr. Tadlock.
Derek Fabian will lead it off here in the last of the 8th, and then back to the top of the batting order. Fabian officially 0 for 1 tonight. Had a sac bunt in the 3rd. Grounded out to shortstop Sweat in the 5th inning. Batting .250. Ball hit well to right. Westbrook ranges over, makes the play, one gone.
This game has been rolling right along from the standpoint of the Gators grabbed the early lead back in the second inning. But think about this. I mean, it's a 2-run game in the bottom of the 8th. It's time to tack on some runs if you're the Gators right here.
Colby Halter helped the scoring in the 3rd inning, and a big blow. Gators scored a run of the 2nd, and then Halter hit this in the 3rd.
Yeah, this thing is a blast. To the left side of the batter's eye.
This ball driven out to left center. And the new center fielder, Drew Leinenbach, is there, and that's 2 gone for the Gators here in the 8th.
And as advertised, Tadlock really working that changeup nicely this inning.
Yeah, the Gators scored a run in the 2nd without a hit. And then the 2-run home run by Halter in the 3rd. Gators led 3-0. And UNF scored a run in the 5th. Got 3 straight singles, but scored on a bases loaded walk. Now Jed Fabian. Nothing for 3 tonight.
That's a rare fastball that he threw Fabian there. Well, 2-0 here. Let's see if he goes 2-0 off-speed changeup and see if he tries to get him out front. He tried it, got a strike call, didn't get Fabian the bite.
So 2-2.
Yeah, 2 fastballs to set it up and then 2 nasty changeups. Hard to lay off that last one. And if you're Fabian, you're like, well, I got to guard against that changeup. It's a nasty pitch, but he can run a fastball by me.
And he struck him out.
Another changeup.
Gators really went quickly tonight after the 5th inning. 10 in a row retired by Osprey pitchers. Gators 3 outs away from victory. 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error for the Gators tonight. 1 run on 7 hits, no errors for the Ospreys. Multiple defensive changes for the Gators as Josh Rivera comes in the game. Will play shortstop here in the 9th inning. And that moves Colby Halter from shortstop over to second base. Sterling Thompson moves from second base out into right field. It'll be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for UNF here in the 9th inning, with Grant Grodine leading it off.
And this is what we're talking about, the multiple inning closing scenario that Slater can allow you to have, a la Michael Byrne.
There's Halter, and 1 out. Slater trying to gain a 7-out save tonight.
The key to that was came in back in the 7th, 1 quick out right away. So that almost didn't count. That was basically just warming up. And here he is under 25 pitches.
So Drew Leinenbach now.
Bullpens go longer than that, Mick.
Yeah.
So Sully's hoping he can close this thing out maybe in 8 pitches and call it a day.
Leinenbach pinch hit for Tyler Gertison in the 7th and struck out. Well, Slater working quickly and trying to keep throwing strikes.
Slide piece one after another. I mean, he almost like adds and subtracts to that pitch. How do you lay off of that? Good take.
Well, you're at the mercy of the man in blue. And there's a base hit. Leinenbach with a base hit. And here are the Ospreys now bringing the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, Slater, good tempo. 6 seconds between pitches. That's from the time it hits his glove to the time he starts his windup. Good tempo, but forced to throw a strike there with the 3-2 count.
That's the 8th hit tonight for UNF.
And brings the tying run to the plate here in the 9th.
And they're going to get a pinch hitter coming up now for the Ospreys. Cade Reich will bat. Left-hand hitter. Reich 0 for 3. Played in the opening game Friday night against Presbyterian. Let me check that. It is not Reich, as I earlier said. It's Rafael Santos. So stand corrected there. 1-2. And there's strike 3. Boy, that was a beauty. 2 gone here in the 9th inning.
Quick work right there of Santos off the bench. Slider backdoors him.
So now 1 out away from victory tonight are the Gators. But here's leadoff man Aiden Sweat. Reached base 3 times tonight. And he takes strike 1.
And Gator defense in the outfield has got to play no doubles here. Just a couple of steps quicker. Try to make sure that he does not get the second in the event he gets a base hit in the outfield.
The 1-1 pitch. Right in there, strike 2.
One more dandy slider and this thing's done.
And there it is, strike 3 looking. Ball game is all over. And the Gators got some masterful pitching tonight with some timely hitting to go along with some solid defense as well, Nick, to win this game 3-1.
Well, it was almost old school baseball right from the get-go. Gators manufacture a run, get the run over to third. Ground ball gets a run in. That's the first run. Then a 2-run home run by Halter, and great Gator pitching all the way through. And Brandon Sproat right out of the chute set the tone for the Gator pitchers. He was outstanding. Purnell in relief, and of course, Mr. Slater closing it out.
And a big 2-run home run in the third from Colby Halter. Thanks tonight to our producer-director, Scott Schneider, and our entire crew. Most of all, thanks to you for being with us. We hope you enjoyed our telecast tonight. The final again, the Gators 3, UNF 1. For Nick Belmonte, I'm Mick Hubert. Good night, everybody.